This August is quietly shaping up to be a game changer for TV fans. Why? That's because 5 major shows spanning sci-fi, fantasy, and superhero drama are set to premiere, and one of them could be the next global phenomenon. Here's the kicker. One of these shows was so secret, even its lead star didn't get the full script until days before filming. Another is quietly pitched as Marvel's boldest animated swing since What If, and it's tied to Phase 6. So let's dive into the 5 must-watch series dropping this August, starting with a gothic schoolgirl, a warrior king, and something deadly crawling toward Earth. And number 1? Let's just say Netflix is betting the whole summer on it. Number 5, Chief of War. Ever feel like the biggest stories are the ones we've never been told? That's exactly what the Chief of War sets out to fix, by bringing a bloody, breathtaking chapter of Hawaiian history to the screen like never before. This isn't another sword and sandals epic. It's fire, betrayal, and cultural reclamation, anchored by Jason Momoa, who doesn't just lead the charge on screen but also helped write every beat behind the scenes. Set in the late 1700s, the series follows Kaiana, a native Hawaiian warrior who stands at the center of a revolution, caught between colonizers and fractured island kingdoms. More than a battle, it's a story of identity, resistance, and the cost of protecting something sacred. The show is rich with authenticity, from traditional chants and hand-forged weaponry to lush, sun-scorched battlefields shot entirely on location. You can feel the smoke, the blood, the weight of legacy in every frame. And yet, somehow, the Chief of War is flying under the radar. No flashy trailer drops, no giant Comic-Con rollouts. But make no mistake, Apple knows exactly what it's doing. Quiet rollout or not, this could be their Silo or Severance moment all over again. Number 4, Eyes of Wakanda. Blink and you might miss it. But behind the flash of Marvel's biggest titles lies a quiet animated release that might just redefine the Wakandan legacy. Eyes of Wakanda feels like the kind of series that sneaks up on you. No massive billboard reveals, no red carpet premieres, but the deeper you look, the more intriguing it becomes. Why? Because it's not just an origin story, it's a century-spanning journey across the globe, told through the eyes of Wakanda's earliest warriors, and it ties directly into the future of the MCU. Created by What If writer-director Matthew Chauncey, the show focuses on 2 warrior protectors tasked with recovering vibranium from beyond Wakanda's borders. It's part Black Panther lore, part time travel odyssey, and fully embedded in the upcoming Phase 6 roadmap. Even Marvel insiders didn't know the full details of this one until late in production. And the voice cast? Still mostly under wraps. But rumor has it, at least one legacy MCU character will return, sparking speculation across Reddit and fan forums. Visually, it's bold and stylized, using animation to span eras, continents, and battlefields too grand for live action. But don't let the format fool you. This one's designed to have real weight in future Marvel crossovers. If you thought Wakanda's story ended with Wakanda Forever, think again. The past is coming back with a vengeance. Still with me? Good, because the next one is something you definitely don't want to miss. 3. Alien Earth.
5 new life forms from distant planets. Monsters.
You've seen the monster, but the story behind it runs deeper. In a future not far off, Earth slips out of our hands, if it was ever ours to begin with. Alien Earth marks more than the next chapter in a legendary horror franchise. It holds the power to rewrite everything long believed about the Xenomorph universe. Set as a prequel, unfolding between Prometheus and Alien, the story lands at a pivotal moment in the timeline. The twist is that terror no longer waits in deep space. It begins right here, on our own soil. Set decades before Ripley ever boards the Nostromo, the series opens with a version of Earth we almost recognize. Almost. But underneath the surface of collapsing ecosystems, advanced biotech labs, and corporate military deals, something ancient is stirring, and FX is playing the long game. Don't expect a jump scare monster fest in the first 5 minutes. Instead, we're getting creeping dread, buried secrets, and the kind of slow-burn paranoia that made the original Alien so haunting. Here's how tight-lipped the production was. Alien Earth was filmed under a completely fake name. Even members of the cast weren't allowed to read the full script until days before their scenes were shot. That level of secrecy is an intentional part of the scare strategy. Creator Noah Hawley, Fargo Legion, is leaning into atmosphere, dread, and disorientation. The goal? To make you question everything. Who's human? What's real? And whether Earth was ever truly ours. But it's not just about scares. Hawley is bringing a heavy dose of philosophy to the chaos. Themes of identity, consciousness, and corporate manipulation will run alongside the terror, much like Arrival, but soaked in acid blood and desperation. Expect debates about artificial intelligence, evolutionary design, and what happens when humans tamper with things they were never meant to discover. What truly sets Alien Earth apart is the setting. For the first time in franchise history, we're grounded, literally. No isolated space stations, no distant moons, just Earth, our home. And beneath its crust, something is waiting. The question that's haunted fans for decades might finally get answered, but at what cost? By the way, if you're into the biggest hits of the year so far, don't miss our breakdown of the top 10 best TV series of 2025, according to IMDb. It's packed with surprises, hidden gems, and a few picks that might just end up on your watch list tonight. Number 2. Peacemaker Season 2. Here's the thing about Peacemaker. He never really goes away. And this season, he's not coming back quietly. After nearly 3 years off the air, John Cena's helmeted antihero returns in Peacemaker Season 2. And this time, the DC universe around him has changed completely. James Gunn is now fully in charge, and this series marks one of the first official entries in his reimagined DCU. The tone? Still chaotic, still violent, still hilarious. But also weirder, leaning into supernatural threats, multiverse messiness, and even a certain blue and red cape lurking in the shadows. This season reportedly connects directly into Gunn's Superman reboot, which makes every plot thread a potential setup for something massive. We're talking crossover cameos, post-credits twists, and lore expansion that could rival Marvel. And Peacemaker himself? He's not just the punchline anymore. Season 2 explores his trauma, his moral compass, or lack thereof, and the price of trying to do good when you were built for something else. Expect more absurd one-liners, explosive violence, and, yes, possibly another surprise dance number that takes over the internet. Don't blink. This might be the last time Peacemaker gets to break the fourth wall before the DCU gets a whole lot more serious. So, which of these will actually deliver? Will it be Netflix's Golden Child or the underdog filmed in silence? August is about to get wild. Number 1. Wednesday Season 2.
We're gonna have so much fun.
And more fun goes to God.
I know what those tears mean. What did you see?
Enid dies and it's all my fault.
I die because of you!
When Wednesday first dropped in 2022, no one, including Netflix, could have predicted what would happen next. A dark coming-of-age spin-off of the Addams Family? Sure, it had potential, but few imagined it would become the cultural phenomenon of the year. Yet here we are. Jenna Ortega's razor-sharp performance, the gothic aesthetic, and that instantly iconic viral dance scene didn't just grab attention. They redefined what teen horror could be in the streaming era. It became Netflix's second most watched English-language series ever. That's not hype. That's the impact. And now, nearly 3 years later, the show is returning. And it's coming back with a vengeance. Premiering August 6th in 2 parts, Wednesday Season 2 doesn't simply continue the story. It digs deeper into the darkness that's always lingered just below the surface. Creators Alfred Goff and Miles Millar describe the new tone as darker, bloodier, and more psychological. The focus moves beyond monsters and mysteries, shifting toward transformation, and no one gets out untouched. Wednesday is back at Nevermore Academy, but she's not the same girl who left. She's haunted, not just by visions, but by guilt, by secrets, by a sense that something ancient, something rooted in her family's past, is pulling her toward a reckoning she can't avoid. The murders of last season were just the opening act. The real horror, it seems, is tied to the Atom's name itself. Her friendship with Enid? It's no longer the cute, odd couple dynamic that balanced out the gloom. It's more complex now, more strained. And underneath it all, fans are speculating that the emotional tension between them may finally blossom into something romantic, or implode entirely under pressure. Visually, the series has leveled up. If Season 1 was Harry Potter meets Tim Burton, this is The Haunting of Hill House by way of cello strings, broken glass, and ancestral trauma. It's moodier, sharper, and more dangerous. And Netflix is treating it like their summer crown jewel. This time around, the stakes are more personal. It's not just about solving a murder, it's about confronting what Wednesday is becoming. And the most chilling question of all, what part of her will she have to bury to survive? Drop your pick in the comments. I'll pin the first one that ends up being right. And if you're hungry for more binge-worthy content, check out our top 10 best TV series of 2025. So far, it's right here on screen.